Alright, boys and girls, in this video we are going to, this is probably your fourth video now. I'm going to try to squeeze two in one here. These guys are not too hard, but still some good information to learn how to do. We're going to use extrude, taper, cut, also do some new stuff with the 2D sketching, so we'll see how this goes. So I just made these, so the goal is to get through this one, maybe this one. If not, it'll be in the next video. So, alright, ready to go? Let's roll. Go to File, hit New, and then your usual standard in.ipt. Start off like we always have on your XY plane. Okay, I'm going to go back and forth this one a little bit, so please bear with me. I'm going to check measurements and stuff as we go through this, and it'll be good. Okay, here we go. I decided to open up another screen so I'm not going back and forth as often. That will be a lot less annoying for you guys as you look through this. So here we go. I'm going to start off by drawing some vacant angled line right here. Okay, so we're going to have to mirror this, and to do a mirror, of course, I want to put a line right here in the middle. I'm going to do a center line again, like we've done in the past. Do not attach it to the middle here. I want to kind of leave it floating. So we're going to go about like this. Okay, so you got your angled line and your center line. The next thing you're going to do is do a mirror. Click that. Press mirror. Click that, press apply, and it's done. If you press F8 right now, you'll see all these constraints. This means it is a symmetrical object. So to turn that off, just press F9 and then go away. We're going to start looking into that a little bit more as we're going through this. Okay, so we're going to do an arc, but we're going to do a different arc now. It's called a tangent arc. The point of a tangent arc is so that way your edges, as you click on the line, flow smoothly through it. In the past, I may draw a circle and then do the tangent constraint. This will save you a few minutes on your steps. So we're going to do the same thing down here too. Doesn't really matter which side you click first, just click one. So something I was going through this and noticing, and it might help you guys out, is I was doing this a couple times, and for some reason the tangent was not existing on this side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a vertical constraint from here to here, just to make sure these stay lined up. So let's see if this works. If not, I'll go back and change it and try it again. And you will never know the difference because I'll rewind. So this up here should be 0.75, which it is. This down here should be 0.6. It worked that time. But this, I need to make a little smaller at 0.75. So now my object is made. But I want it to be all purple. That way it's totally constrained and down. Like I've said, that's not always a must, but it just kind of helps things out sometimes. So I'm going to drag the middle point here down to the bottom. And now I realize why none of this is working. Oh, there we go. Now it's locked in. Okay, just grab this dot and move it down. It doesn't matter if it's on the line or not. So there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, press finish sketch. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to press extrude now. Now on this one we're going to go both directions on here. So we're going to go the symmetric. That way as it goes out, we can do a taper next. So click more on taper, and your taper on this will be at, your distance is 1 inch, and that's going to be -7. Sorry, that was the other screen. So -7. Press OK, and you'll see here, if you shift around, how it is not straight. Okay, so next one I'm going to do is we're going to do another extrusion here and another sketch. So I want you to click on this face and press New Sketch. Here we go. We're going to, now I want to do an offset of this edge right here. The easiest way to do this is do a project geometry, to click right here, and this highlights all the outside. This is a tool that you're going to use heavily throughout Inventor. So choose offset, we're going to go in, and the measurement here is 0.125. Okay, easy enough. Press finish sketch. Okay, simple extrude, click here, it's going to go out. I want it to cut in. So if you automatically click the in button, it should default to cut. Otherwise, you have to just click the cut button and it knows to go backwards. So I'm just going to go 0.1 for right now. So that sketch is now done. Next up, we're going to click in the middle here. Going to click New Sketch. All right, I'll show you a little handy tool here I've learned. So if you need to put a circle in the middle, it's nice that this one's already centered, so we can just use the midpoint right here. And we're going to do 0.75 circle. Simple enough, right? Well, up here, I want to find my midpoint, but I could do a project geometry, but instead I'm just going to hover over this circle. It gives me my center. Hey, look, guys, I'm good. Press 1. Okay, so that's a really easy way to save a step and not have to go project to find it. I love that tool. So next I want to trim out these two. Not a must in this case, but it just works easier if these are all one object. So I'm going to click Trim, and instead of clicking each lines, I'm going to click and left click hold on my mouse, draw the line down, and it automatically trims it. So you don't have to click the lines, you can just drag and drop. So that makes things a little bit easier. So press your finish sketch, and then you're ready for the next one. Okay, next step in this, you need to do another extrusion cut. You're going to click right there. It's going to automatically see your last sketch. I'm going to go in, 0.75. All right, so we're going to keep going in one more time, and then we're finished with all these little changes and things like that. The next one, we're going to make 2 more holes on this surface right here. Click New Sketch. 2 circles, one here. This one is 0.3. And like I said, you just touch this up here. It will give you my center spot. 375, there we go, easy peasy. Extrude. I'm just going to cut these all the way through, so frankly I could care less what the distance is. You see it's going all the way through. You could do 2 next if you wanted to, or whatever. That way it's exact. You don't have to though. So like press OK, and there's your holes. So the head of this is pretty much complete now. So now we're going to move on and do the leg of it, or the handle of it, and then we'll be good. So now we're going to start playing around with some planes. Not the airplane kinds, or don't start making paper airplanes. It's not what I'm trying to reference here. We're going to do some offset planes. So click Offset Plane, choose on the origin, okay, and I want to get the XZ plane. So these are nice. You can move these around, but these are going to be a plane that you are going to sketch on because it doesn't exist. So this one is going to be -4. Do not do +4 because you're going to go to the other side of your object, and that would be bad. So once you got that done, you're going to click on this, on the edge of it, and you're going to click on Create Sketch, and there it goes. So it spins it around. If you go to the top part of the screen, you can rotate it back if you want to. It's entirely up to you how you want to do that. But just a little trick to actually get in that. So we're just going to do a circle right here, 0.5. Okay, need you to follow me on this one. So we're going to do a different type of extrusion now on the circle. So choose Extrude, and you're going to do a 2 next. And what this will do is this will shoot it to the object so it's flat. If I were to do a 2, I would have to choose a surface. As you see, it leaves an angle right there, which I don't like. So go 2 next. It hugs around the next surface, and you press OK. So now you have the bar of this thing. Now, a lot of times, these sketches are going to annoy you guys. Don't get rid of it yet. I'll show you how to once I get finished with this next step. Okay? So, all right. So, actually, change that. We are finished with this. So if you want to right-click on this, uncheck your visibility, it's gone. You don't have to worry about it. So I need one more plane, and then we're finished. So go to the XY plane and choose on New Sketch. Okay, we'll do this a little differently. I watched the video that I'm copying this off of, and I kind of like the way the guy did it. So I'm going to have you guys copy it, please. So I'm going to make a rectangle out here in space. This rectangle is going to be 4 by 1, so I'm pressing Tab as I'm making this in order to make my triangle the correct size. So remember the Tab tool? There you go. Press Enter. Okay. Now I need to make a center line again. This will make sense here in a minute. This center line is just helping me use to line it up to the right point. So right here in the middle, I'm going to go up 3.75. There we go. Sorry, 3.75. My brain said one thing and my fingers did another thing. Okay, grab the dot right here and move it to the center point. This is why it's really important that you guys are using the center when you make your object, because it helps line things up. Press Finish Sketch. Choose Extrude. We're going to extrude this both directions this time again. And let me check my reference point here. It is 0.75. Really doesn't matter too much on this one, but we're going to go 0.75 on this, both directions. That way it's nice and uniform. Okay. We're going to do a quick fillet. We're going to do a name, and then we're finished with this one. So not too bad for whatever day you guys are watching this. Hopefully you're staying up with it. Okay, fillet. Once again, let's do a 0.1 fillet. Click these three edges because you wouldn't want a sharp edge on this. Apply and done. Okay, one final step, and then we're finished. There's someone waiting for me for help, but I'll get to them in just a second. His name's Noah. So we're going to do a quick sketch right here. All right. And I'm just going to draw a line here. Just going to put it right here. Okay. The function of this line is to help us write the text, because otherwise it comes in at an angle or whatever. It's just a little annoying. You can make this into a center line, but I don't think it really matters. So we're going to do a geometry text. Click on this, and automatically your line is done. And you can just put your name on this. Obviously, I can't type because I misspelled my name there. 0.4 is a good height. And press OK, and there it is. So the last little bit of this, we're going to extrude this. Let's just go 0.1 out. And you're done. The line's gone. Your part's finished. Your wrench is complete. You did a good job if you got this thing done. Anything else I want to do to it? I'm going to do one more thing to this, actually. Let's do a quick fillet, because I think this thing would have a lot more strength if this part here was filleted. So I'm just going to keep that 0.1. It could be a little weld here or something, and that way it's a bit stronger on there. So I did alter it a little bit more, because I just like that look. Okay, we're finished. Please save this as tutorial. Oh, sorry, your initial tutorial wrench, and turn it in on Edmodo. All right, if you got this done, good job. See you in the next video.